Hey, thanks for coming back. I am going to talk to you today about the different neighborhoods in Cascais, but I'm going to take it a step further. I'm actually going to go over to Colares, which is considered to be a suburb of Sintra. And why? I love Colares. Truth be told, it is my second favorite place after Cascais. Sometimes it's my first favorite place just because it's so cool. So if we go over there, and we're gonna insert kind of a topography map, and we're gonna break it down for you so you kind of understand what we're talking about. The Colares, um, first there's Agenas de Mar. Well, there's so many firsts, so I'm just gonna start. My line's gonna start at Agenas de Mar, and I have never really sold there, so I have to come over one more step from Agenas to Praias das Maçãs or Apple Beach. Why Apple Beach? I don't know if it's once a year or twice a year or multiple times a year. Maybe there's no set schedule. But on the beach, roll up through kind of foam. There's foam on the beach, and then it's so magical. It's these, they're not apples. I don't know why they call them apples, but they look like baby watermelons. They're about this big. And if you break them open, they're super fibrous, but they literally almost look like a watermelon more than an apple. But I don't think they wanted to call it Watermelon Beach. So Apple Beach it is, and they're everywhere. It's the craziest thing, and it's so much fun when it happens. So Apple Beach, a couple cool things about this area. One, bohemian chic, like more bang for your buck, more land around your house for the most part. There's the first line of the sea. Most people suggest you don't live there because it's not a beach. I know it's called Apple Beach, but a lot of it is a cliff, like you'll see over here, over in Gia, where it's kind of the cliffs between the downtown Cascais beaches and Guincho. It's just this huge seawall. So go up into Colares, go to Praia das Maçãs, and you have seawall for the better part of it. Zenas de Mar has a little beach, and then there's the beach at Praia das Maçãs. So where we are, first line of the sea, when the waves get to be wavy, as they do, you have the first line of the sea, and it's just too humid. It's a little bit too moist. Second line, people say a little bit better. They say a lot of people buy first and second line because it's full on sea view, and then after a couple years, they're like, not so much anymore, and then they'll go to third line and even back to fourth line. And it's not always a cut and dry line, but this is just the lingo. So you're there, and you're lucky because you're on third line, let's say. So one of the houses I sold there was third line, and we literally got a double building lot, which was a very cool experience. And more bang for your buck is because it's quieter than this neighborhood. The humidity level is different, the temperature level is different. Some people say it's so humid over there. How can you live over there? But I have a friend who, when she lived here, she would blow dry her hair, and then within an hour, it was like, boing! Over there, she blows dry her hair, and it doesn't boing. So the humidity is just different over there. Some people say it's more. She would tell you it's less. But she also says that the reason they say it's more is because they don't want you to move over there because they want it to be a secret. So let's keep it a secret and move on from Praias das Maçãs to the next situation, which, oh God, there's so many names of so many little alcoves, but my next big one that I love is Banzao. Banzao is kind of between downtown Colares and Praia das Maçãs. And Banzao is cool because it has a ton of pine trees. Some of them are not cool because you can't touch them, which means if they're in the way of your house, too bad. You have to build your house around them. But some of them you can cut down and some of them you cannot. So that's a little bit tricky about Banzao, but you do, once again, get lots of property in Banzao. And Banzao is also pretty flat. And there's space, it feels like, between houses. And some of the roads are still dirt roads. So it's kind of bohemian chic backwards a little bit. And they just built a Continent grocery store, which was a really important thing to do because going grocery shopping there was kind of difficult. So they've solved that problem now, which is nice. Literally, it still smells like brand new when you walk in. And they have lots of wonderful little restaurants. They have this area that was a camping ground, and now they have a food truck that is Thai. They have a food truck for hamburgers. There's a food truck for pasta. There is an old, it feels like a, what's the name of the lighthouses? It feels like that when you walk in, and then the beer is on tap in the walls. Super fun. And then there's a pizza place that is, they serve you the pizza on a tray, and a pair of scissors snuck in there. They don't even slice it for you. So it's super, again, bohemian cool. There's a wine bar there, sushi, the beer on tap. That's a very cool place to hang out. So kid friendly, so fun, so fabulous. So and then that's just between Praia das Maçãs and Banzao. So Banzao is cool because it's got a lot of personality, a lot of character, a lot of fun. Great for dogs, great for kids, great for football kids outside on your huge lawns. It's a wonderful place. And one of the things that's got both of those things have in common is when you're in downtown Sintra and you see that little train that comes through downtown Sintra, it starts down there. So if you can jump on the train and come down and kind of do a little house tour while you're riding on the rails of this old train, and then you kind of go around the corner, and the next thing you see is Praia das Massage on your left, and then it kind of stops on your right, and you're in downtown Colares, and you can have lunch at any one of the little restaurants by the beach. So two of my favorite places over there are Praia das Massage and Banzao. And we're going to come back and we're going to move over from there to my next favorite place, which is in a neighborhood called Almacegium. And that's maybe even my most favorite place over there. So next time we come back, we're going to talk about Almacegium. Okay, I'll see you there.